Hi everyone, today we are going to discuss about classifications of wireless ad hoc network. Myself, Dr. Arun, working as a professor in ECE department. The classifications of wireless sensor network, the four types are available. One is wireless ad hoc network. Next one is mobile ad hoc network. The third one is vehicular ad hoc network. The fourth one is sensor network. The first one representing wireless ad hoc network. So this will consist of only the stationary nodes. As per this particular picture representing six laptops are available. One laptop to another laptop will communicate the data between one another. So here the corresponding nodes are stationary nodes. So in the wireless ad hoc network, the entire nodes are stationary. But in the second category, mobile ad hoc network, the same nodes will move one place to another place. That is the second category of mobile ad hoc network. In the mobile ad hoc network, infrastructureless network of mobile device connected wirelessly which follow the self-chain property. That four properties are self-configure, self-healing, self-optimization and self-protection. This entire mobile ad hoc network having these four properties, it will adjust the entire network based on the requirement or based on the situation. So the mobile ad hoc network highly dynamic topology because the nodes are frequently changing from one place to another place. Because of this, the frequent topology changes is required. Nodes act as a routers to forward other nodes packet. Here we can consider the source node wants to communicate data to destination node. The green color representing the packet. This packet will be transmitted to destination. There is no coverage region is available to transmit directly from source to destination. That's why we are dependent on in-between nodes. The in-between nodes will support to transmit the information from source to destination. So the MANET enables the spatial spectrum reusage due to limited bandwidth of each node. The entire network operated by using minimum number of bandwidth or minimum number of channels. That channel will be shared by all nodes. So that all, if the number of nodes at a time accessing the channel, the bandwidth will be shared by all the nodes. The next category of ad hoc network is vehicular ad hoc network. In this vehicular ad hoc network, each and every vehicle will act as a node. Each and every vehicle having onboard unit. That onboard unit will collect the informations from the sensor. So surrounded to that particular car, it will collect the information about the temperature, speed of the vehicle and the distance between one vehicle to vehicle. If you need additional support, the additional number of sensors will be installed in the one particular vehicle. So that particular vehicle will transmit, the onboard unit is responsible to transmit the data to roadside unit. That roadside unit will transmit the information through internet to the corresponding user. Similar manner, one vehicle to another vehicle also the onboard unit can communicate. The advantages and applications of VANET, the cooperative driving is enabling, information sharing and media streaming is possible in this vehicular ad hoc network. Already I mentioned in the vehicular ad hoc network, the onboard unit is available and also roadside unit is available. The onboard unit is responsible for data collection from different sensor and communicate with each other. So that means one onboard unit to another onboard unit or one vehicle to another vehicle. The roadside unit, the infrastructure which enables communicate to the outside network. Supports multi-hop communication between vehicle, consists of both inter-vehicle communication and intra-vehicle communication in the mobile ad hoc network. So what is the comparison between MANET and VANET, mobile ad hoc network and vehicular ad hoc network? Cost of deployment. Cost of deployment is less in MANET and VANET little bit costly because some partial standard centralized infrastructure is required. Mobility of the node is less in MANET and more in VANET because the speed of the vehicle is above 50 kilometers majority of the time. The range 100 meters coverage area of one node to another node communication. One node can cover maximum 100 meters. So here the 1000 meters is the coverage range. So partitioning of the network is low in MANET, frequent in VANET. Mode of operation infrastructure less in MANET, and here the VANET both infrastructure and infrastructure less is available. Movement pattern of the node, it is random. So any direction the node can move, but the VANET depends upon the road direction the vehicle will move that particular direction alone. The fourth category is the very interesting category, wireless sensor network. So this is the enhanced version of your corresponding next type of ad hoc network. So the wireless sensor network consists of more number of nodes used to monitor one particular environment or industry. So here I am considering the agriculture field is available. This agriculture field we are deploying the different kinds of sensor nodes. That sensor nodes will collect the information about the field and environment condition. That information will be transferred to the sync node. That sync node will transfer the information to the user. So the user can monitor the healthiness of the entire crops. So for example, this is the real scenario of the agriculture field. In this field, we are, for example, mentioning the pH sensor, humidity sensor, moisture sensor, temperature sensors are available. This all sensor nodes are deployed within this agriculture field based on the threshold value that particular sensors are activated. Finally, that informations are transferred to the sync node. Sync node will transfer the information to the user node. So based on that value, the user will give the right control information to the sensor node, and also the control operation will be performed in the agriculture field to increase the productivity of the agriculture. Now the wireless sensor network consists of large number of sensor nodes densely deployed over an area. So that means comparing with ad hoc network, in the wireless sensor network, large number of nodes are utilized to monitor the industry or agriculture area. So we are deploying more number of sensors in the field. Sensor nodes are capable of collaborating with one another and measuring the condition of the surrounding environment. Due to the fact that the sensor nodes in the wireless sensor network have short radio transmission range, so the intermediate nodes are act as a relay node. So one node not able to transmit the information directly to the another node beyond the coverage region, but in between nodes will support to forward that information and reaches the corresponding sync node or destination node. So this entire network must consume extremely low power, then only the lifetime of the network will increase. Wireless sensor network can be either mobile or stationary. So the two types of wireless sensor network we are mentioning, one is the node is mobile, otherwise stationary wireless sensor networks are available. Applications of wireless sensor network including, you know, that temperature monitoring, humidity level, and air pressure monitoring, and so on. Whatever may be your requirement, based on that the sensor only the different, it will collect the information and transmit to the sync node. The next one is mesh network. So the mesh network, it will connect different kinds of network together to share the information from one point to another point. You can see here the wireless LAN is available, Wi-Fi is available, and all other networks are available, connected together and sharing the information between one network to another network. So the mesh network or wireless mesh network composed of mesh routers and mesh clients. The wireless mesh network having multiple redundant link in the network, because if any link failure happened in your wireless mesh network, it will taken care by some other route to transfer the information from one point to another point. Integration and deployment with older networks can be easily achieved since wireless mesh network are IP based. The wireless mesh network having the IP address, that's why integration and interoperation in the older network is easy in your mesh network. Application scenario including broadband home network, enterprise network, metropolitan area network, building automation and transportation system and etc. So many applications we can use this mesh network. Thank you for watching this video. We will meet again with some other useful video. Thank you.